Set it off. I keep a cannon, I let it off.
Yeah, I'm having a birthday party for a friend this Saturday at my house. Can you come? Well, the party's for Steve Urkel.
Click them. Click them. Man, we back with part 3 of just the disrespect, the slander. Laura Winslow. Like, man, guys. We got to stop, like, making up stories in our head. We got to stop projecting our own emotions and experiences into this situation. You know, there's some of the biggest lies that I've ever consistently heard about an individual has been Laura Winslow. And I mean, flat out just lies. So let's get into this, man. Let's go. No, they hung up, Laura.
Hello?
Yeah, nah.
See, the thing is, I wanted to invite you to a birthday party for Steve.
Steve? Steve Urkel?
Yeah.
To throw a birthday party for Urkel.
Stop it, you two. It's not funny.
Oh, yeah, if it's not funny, then why are we laughing?
So here's the question. Look at this. These dudes are laughing in Laura's face, you know what I'm saying? Like they watching Def Comedy Jam at its finest. You know the storyline here. Steve is going to be spending his birthday alone because his parents don't think he's worthy enough to celebrate. Laura is trying to get a party together to remind Steve of his value. And I'm just going to ask the question. Is Laura a problem or is she a problem solver? Okay.
You guys should be ashamed of yourselves. Steve Urkel has been a good friend to both of you.
You better let him know, Laura.
Yes. Weasel, who brought you that nice brass plaque to commemorate your 100th day of detention?
Urkel, I have to admit, that was very thoughtful.
Right, Laura, right.
Hey, Waldo,
So,
when you're depressed, who cheers you up by making shadow animals?
Urkel.
Laura is forever standing up for Steve. Even right here. Steve's not even here in the room. You know what I'm saying? And she's still sticking up for him. Okay, but Laura's a problem and she didn't love Steve and she's da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah, I was wondering if you could come over. There's something I wanted to talk to you. What's up, baby?
What's up, baby?
Steve, were you cleaning house on your birthday?
Well, it's like my mother says, the dust doesn't know it's a special day.
Here, I got you a little something. Happy birthday, Steve.
Mm-hmm.
A present?
Oh.
For me?
Mm-hmm.
From you?
You see what I'm saying, man? I can't believe how people try to make Laura to be a villain. She goes and gets this man a birthday gift. And and you just see how it's static. He was like, for me? Because nobody else, this what people need to see. Because nobody else is paying no mind to the fact that today's Steve's birthday, but her. So this may be, up until now, the only recognition that he's got that it's his birthday and the only present. Just, okay.
Open it.
Steve.
Half off the price of admission to Cheesetown. Oh, wow.
To even go and get this. She didn't go and just get him a hat, a shirt. She went and got him something specific to who he is. Okay.
Oh, thank you, Laura. I love it.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh.
Well, I'm glad you're happy. I wanted to give you a party, but I got a late start and everybody already had prior commitments.
Oh, no need to explain. I totally understand. It would take a miracle to get people to come to a party for me.
Well, I'm glad you understand because... Surprise!
Bow. He said it would take a miracle to get a party for me. Laura did it. Again, I'm just going to ask the question. Is Laura a problem or is she a problem solver? Okay. Look at that. Waldo and Weasel are both there. Look at that. Cake. Look at the cake she got and everything.
Ow. Thank you all from the bottom of my little Urkel heart. I've never been so happy.
You deserve it, sugar.
Did you make a wish? I didn't have to, Richie. My wish came true when all the people I love gave me a birthday party.
Such a beautiful moment that Laura organized. You know what I'm saying? Took her time out of her day, tickety top, out of her time to organize this beautiful moment for Steve. But I want to focus on what Steve said, which was, I've never been so happy. I've never been so happy. And that's something that this person right here that doesn't care, that doesn't like him, that's mean to him, that doesn't deserve him. That's what this person right here did for him, right? I've never been so happy. But let's look at Laura for a second. Look at how Laura's looking at him. Look at her eyes. And he's not even looking at her, but look at how she's looking at him. Does this Laura have the look in her eyes of somebody that doesn't care? Just look at how she's looking. Okay.
I see it in her eyes. Yes, she likes me. She likes me. Oh, yes, she likes me.
Well, Steve says he didn't do it, but nobody believes him. They want to expel him.
Really? For a little explosion?
It wasn't that little. One of the lab tables hasn't come down yet.
Second guessing. She's not even second guessing. Steve said he didn't do it. Laura already believes he didn't do it. She doesn't even need the evidence. This is what I'm talking about when it comes to saying Laura didn't care about Steve. For you to trust somebody this much to not question them when they're in hot water is an indication that there's something deep in the heart going on.
There may be something I could do to help them, but I'd have to stick my neck out.
What is it?
Well, Steve could ask for a student trial and I could represent him.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah, I think I'll do it.
And then you see she's talking to her mom here, but Laura's not in deep thought. She just, you just want to run it past somebody. But Laura already had it in her heart to do this, right? And remember what she just said. This is the beauty of what you're seeing with Steve and Laura. This dude about to lose his education, but Laura said, no, you're not. Not on my watch, baby boy.
But it's pure fiction.
Oh? Well, what if I told you I could prove it?
How?
Don't mess with Laura and Steve.
Your Honor, this is a black light. It detects phosphorescent paints or chemicals. Lights, please.
Laura, what's the relevance here?
Simply this. The explosive chemicals in Steve's graffiti solvent are phosphorescent. When they come in contact with human skin, traces remain detectable for several days.
I just got to pause a minute while we in the dark, you know what I'm saying, midnight time. But do you see on Steve's face how impressed he was with Laura right there? Did you see that? Okay, I just want to point that out. Laura's impressing Steve right now.
Mr. Thornhill, show me your hands. Lights, please.
Okay, I did it!
In light of this dramatic development, I ask that all charges against Steve be dropped.
Case dismissed.
Look at this here. Here I come to save the day. Bruce Lee style. Get her, Steve. Get her, Steve. But Laura throwing herself in the water right now for Steve's education, not hers. But that's why I said we got to stop this foolishness and these lies and the slander that continues to come up against Laura. She didn't care about Steve. She was wrong for Steve. She was bad for Steve. What is Laura doing again right here? Come to the truth. Come to the light. Please, please, please. At least 20 of y'all. Just 20. I'm just asking for 20 of y'all to come to the truth and come to the light. Okay? In Jesus' name. Let's go. Look at all this Laura's doing. This girl knows how to swim. Think about that. She knows how to swim. Look what she's doing. She's doing all this so that he will learn how to swim. Lord, don't let him drown. Don't let him drown in the process, though, Lord. Get him. Get him, Lord. She got to pull him out, but he gets the point.
Well, Steve, I had to think of some way for you to forget your fear of water and go with your gut instinct.
Well, I'll graduate.
Look at that. Steve just said, now I will graduate. I'm going to put it plain like this. There are so many times this Laura literally saves Steve's tail. And people seem to overlook this. Steve is learning, like, Laura got my back. You know what I'm saying? If don't nobody got my back, this girl got my back.
Because of my beautiful gal and my big boss pal.
Exactly.
Thank you both from the bottom of my little Urkel heart.
A little Urkel heart.
I've been asked to pledge Beta Chi.
Isn't Beta Chi that really cool fraternity with all the good-looking guys?
Yep.
Wonder what they want with you.
Man, Kelly's delivery on stuff is impeccable. I wonder what they want with you. And looking at his face.
You better watch it, or else I won't introduce you to any of them when you get to college.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm really glad for you, Eddie, you know, getting into such a cool fraternity.
Thanks, Laura.
And all it cost you was your best friend.
She calling him out again.
So Steve told you, huh?
He didn't have to. I could hear him sobbing from his sensory deprivation tank.
Look, Laura, I can't help what happened. See, Steve is still in high school. I'm in college now. I'm into a whole new social thing.
Eddie, I know Steve is irritating, but he has feelings just like anybody else.
Let me just ask the question. Could this possibly be growth that we see in Laura? Is Laura maybe telling Eddie what she's learned after going through the ups and the downs and the all-arounds with Steve? And she's recognizing, hey, he might be a little bit annoying, but he has feelings like anybody else. He's human like anybody else. I just want people to see Laura's growth. They have grown through these things. Laura has grown through these things. And that's why I say you can't hold those things against her. She is changing. She recognizes her wrong and she's doing better and now encouraging Eddie and others to treat Steve better. Okay, we just got to pay attention to this. Also, you know, because of the long running lie, it involves herself because she's on the defense of Steve. But I'm just like, but she don't care about Steve, right? She don't care. She didn't love him. All that stuff. We need to stop this lies and the disrespect I keep trying to tell y'all, man. Disrespect him, man.
He's been a good friend to all of us, especially you, Eddie.
But Laura...
He idolizes you. Like, you remember the time you broke your tennis racket, then you gave it to Steve?
Yeah.
He bronzed that broken tennis racket, Eddie, and he keeps it in his family safe deposit box.
It's a little much.
Giving him gold.
Wow, for me? Thanks, Edo. You're the bossest butt I ever had.
But I don't know why they did not let... Well, I do know why. Actually, we do know why they did not let her do this more often. Because that girl, she borderline was just as good as him. Be real about it. Be real about it. Tell the truth.
He has everything you've ever given him. Do you really want to write him off as a friend? The one person in this whole world that thinks that much of you?
I'm just asking again. Why is Laura doing this? She doesn't care about Steve. She can mind her little business. No, because she does care. She does care.
Through the highs and lows, you and me, baby girl, against the world, I'ma hold you down, 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 down. Hold you down, down, down. Hold you.
Like,
Ooh, fantasize.
Fantasize.
I pictured a handsome date dressed in a gorgeous tuxedo. Then he'd pick me up in a limousine and we'd dance the night away. And that'd be the best time of my entire life.
That's a nice fantasy.
No, that's not a fantasy because you made it all come true.
I did?
See, this is so beautiful, right? Because Laura's talking about... Steve's listening because he's just being a good friend here. You know what I'm saying? Because he has no idea Laura's talking about him. And really compliment Steve, you know, and in this kind of sweet way, really kind of thank him. And I want people to see that.
There's only one thing that's keeping this from being a perfect night.
She said it's a perfect
Well,
night.
what's that?
This.
Got to stop it one time. Got to stop it one time for your mind, one time for your mind. Okay. What is Laura doing right here? I know if y'all can't tell. What is she doing? She could have left it as, Steve, you know, you made my night. Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? She's kissing him. which means there is probably some attraction happening, okay? But Lauren, first of all, Lauren never loved Stephen, the disrespect and the foolishness. But if she did, she didn't like him until he made that change. No, yeah, he's a little bit more, GQ'd up, but he's still Steve right here. He hasn't gone through his major transformation. And look what Laura is saying to him right now. We got to stop with the disrespect. We got to stop with the ignorance, the ignorantness, okay? And I don't know why people have such a problem when it comes to Steve and Laura, because the Steve and Laura storyline really represents and glorifies God. And a lot of people we know in this time frame are turning from the things of God. But this relationship with Steve and Laura is such a representation of God, and people just don't get it. And I get it. The people don't want to hear it right now, God's way. And we also have the wokety woke people, and they also a lot of times don't do things God's way. But God never intended for any relationship in our life to be just simple, because he wanted us to look to him, to rely on him, to get guidance from him, especially when it comes to, marriage. But we don't want to do that. And so because of that, we have hurt feelings. We're not doing things God's way. And you can't see this beautiful relationship in front of you is all God. But you know what? Do what you do and love God, love people. May God bless you. May God keep you.
It's over! It's over, ladies and gentlemen!
So our first year of marriage, we didn't like each other that much. I think we were friends for 3 years, and then I automatically assumed that the transition into marriage would be an easy one. We had to learn her in a different way, and it was hard, and it was tough, and we came in marriage with our own baggage, our own issues. My discipler told me one time, if God gave me a spouse that met my every condition, I would never learn how to love unconditionally. That just challenged me to know that this life, this Christian walk is about sanctification, being conformed into the image of Jesus Christ. And a lot of times God is going to use marriage to do that. I'm in a relationship with a person which has such close proximity with me, who knows all my flaws, who sees all my mess up close and personal. And God is going to use this relationship to challenge me and to grow me.
Real truth, real authenticity, it's offensive. And so we can't be afraid to be canceled. We got to stand firm on truth. We got to be authentic. That's what being authentic is. Say we won't.
We want to be authentically Christian.